Happy Monday. I'll be right back. I gotta help my mom. I gotta get her hot beverage. It's been an awful hour. Those other people next door must be pissed off if they heard her because they'll go and complain and cause troubles. They don't understand. One, there are different races, creeds, and with and or without being the same religion. Without being the same and or with, it doesn't matter one way or the other. Are they social media, virtual websites published? Yeah, mom doesn't understand, and or she did, and she had one of her fits. Her uh, she was yelling and screaming about how it's always me. It's not always me. She's been public. She went places and she agreed to. They do social media. They do this. They do that. It's public, you know. My mom didn't like it. She lied. It was all me, and it's not all me, because it happens when I'm not even around. It's not all me. Examples: Mississauga Senior Citizen Center, 1389 Crawford Road, Square One Shopping Center, and Older Adult Center, Central Parkway Mall, Active Out Center, Mississauga. All her side of the family, more than two other people related to my mother and I. Um, all that, they put us all out. I'm like, I don't like being lied about. I really don't. I tried to get lawyers and everything. My mom always blamed me. Yeah, she goes there even without me. And they've published her. They published her at those three centers, those malls, with and without me there. Without and with me there. It's not my fault. Facebook and Instagram, you can see yourselves. Photos of my mom with without me was published. Entered in contests and everything. Published. Other people published. And she didn't like it. She was having one of her moments, her episode. And I did a beautiful little, I put the last one I wanted to do, and she yelled and screamed. I kept saying it's the last one. Maybe that's why she didn't like it, because it was going to be the last one. She didn't want to admit it. She didn't know how to express herself. Yeah, I'm like, it's a really nice bunch of photos. My mom and I, since my cat died, and I wanted to make some kind of coffee thing out of it. And my mom was yelling and screaming about it all being the way it is. And yet she wants to go back to doing stuff publicly and get published with her yelling and screaming and lying. Since, and as I said before, does my mom go? Has my mom been there with one or more persons and wanted it to stop and wanted um, moved? My mom is a stalker, and like I said, it's awful living with a stalker 24/7 who doesn't know. She has to go to court and get a court order, and then they can sue her for every penny for slander and defamations, and she's signed and initialed because it's nothing but harassment and bullying from her, and that one is more persons. I don't do that. I don't care if they publish me. If I know it's coming and I don't want published, I just leave the room. I will gladly leave. I'm the other end of it. I'm like, well, why didn't you publish me? What was I? Oh, I was absent. Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's like being published in a recipe book, you know? Maybe got the amount of the mayonnaise wrong. Although I can't figure out how I did that but I made deviled eggs recently. I think it was the mustard, honey. Get me mustard. The mayonnaise wasn't too bad. It was too awful. For whole, but where I could cook for make a batch of it, a bunch of others, some acquaintances and her friends. Uh, I would have to use less mustard and maybe less mayonnaise. It turned out pretty good. I could make more, but my mom is cranky. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna persevere with what happened. I am gonna have a fried egg on half a bagel my lunch today. I've been fasting this almost 12 hours. Yay! So it's like to my mom, with and or without me. You don't want published in any public place. You don't harass anybody. You don't go to them every time you see a cell phone. I mean, there's Patricia McDonald, with and or without the word Cole. She's all over Facebook showing off my parents and my parents' parents and my parents' parents' parents and all animals and all pets, all fur babies, and myself and one and more than one others. Without my permission, I've even tried to get lawyers to stop her, you know, get off the internet because I didn't give my permission to show it and told. Unlike me with my social media, I very rarely showed it told from because it's just my parents, with and or without my parents. And I don't usually go further back than that very often. And although if I did, it's still within my family unit. I don't go into other relative stuff because they don't like it and I don't want to interfere with their privacy. Until I found out that they run the same kind of stuff, showing and telling stuff that was totally hurtful, harmful, insulting, and falsely using, falsely alleging um, misinformation. Uh, they accused, they alleged, and then misinformation. In addition to all that, slandering and defamations. I just wanted to keep it in because anyone could Google all their names on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. My mom didn't remember not to allow those other people residential and elsewhere, such as where my dad worked, where I worked, other relationships, uh, etc., and residential where we lived, because they're into that all that virtual and social media stuff, networking, all that stuff. And anytime and every time they thought and or believed they saw and heard us online, they deluded themselves and or delusioned themselves. They should, can, could, may, must, and need, are, were, be, did, and tried did to it on and out from and by my parents and my parents' parents and my parents' parents' parents, and all animals and all pets, all fur babies and myself, doors and windows, residential and elsewhere. That's all I've got to say about it. I'm going to do it. It's part of my career. I'm back in here. She could sit in the living room. She doesn't have to worry. I don't have to show her. I mean, you might hear her. Does she want photographed again? Okay. Although I don't really want to do it. I don't want to get verbally assaulted once more from her. I know she's my mother, although. So does she return to somewhere public, such as a mall or something, and there's some kind of function and she's in the background? I continue safely trying to stop my mother with and or without one and more other persons contacting those other people, telling them to delete and or not publish more than they already have. And or to, I mean, I don't believe in that. I'm a public person. It's out there. Somebody sees me and they want to take a photo, I don't mind being photographed as public. Making a video, well, yes and no, but I'm okay with that. As long as it showed it told the truth and they're not liars. I mean, I wouldn't want anything to happen to somebody else. I'm not like that. I mean, often I see beautiful creatures outside. Oh my God, so many domesticated pets, fur babies. I don't go around photographing them without permission of their pet parent, and I don't even bother to do that. I don't nowadays. I just maybe go out in my backyard somewhere or other and maybe see a bird, squirrel, chipmunk, duck, anybody. That I'll photograph and videotape. That. I don't go around photographing and videotaping. other people. Now here it was a necessity because I needed some evidence, and the police convinced me, and so did some other people, to photograph and videotape and show and tell. I did that. Nothing has come of it. The police have seen evidence, lots. Yet they have not made any arrests that I know of. Nobody's being judicially punished yet. And did they put it anybody that's been in my homes, my family's homes, residential, photographed, real time, videotaped, live streamed? They should, can, could, may, must, and need judicially punished at all hours. At all hours. It's not allowed. Especially all those that did not give me personally notices of injuries. Paperwork. That's legal notices of injuries. That included that because I never gave permission that they do that. Real estate does not include that. It's like me going into someone's home. They know I'm a vlogger and everything. Okay, they didn't like it. Fine. Now I don't do that. Occasionally I'll take a photograph with and or without publishing. I don't like to publish. I don't know what's in their home. They can have a recording device for all I know, videotaping, recording, photographing it all during. I'm very careful with what I show and tell when I'm visiting or even out to dining. That so-called close relative of my mom alleged brother, Norman. All he's ever done is he was typing to somebody. He was on his cell phone to somebody. Did he ask my permission during? I had to videotape and photograph and record him because it was considered evidence. I should have videotaped and recorded him hitting me with my mom's suitcase because that was an assault and that should have been enforced by the police and security guards to keep him out. He hurt my legs. In addition to the accident before, and it's difficult to talk about when getting health care and physiotherapy and stuff. Could be why my legs were a bit weaker for a while because of that weight on my legs. He shouldn't throw anything. He's not invited. Security guards, concierge, were instructed they should never, the staff downstairs should never allow him in. Through security and upstairs, they should have never allowed it. They should have phone called me once he was gone, kept my mom safe before, all during, all later, all since, and I would have come down and got my mom and my mom's suitcase. And all other times he was in Canada. And I'm not just talking about this one, I'm talking about all the other, Ellsworth complex. None of those stalkers should have been allowed. I'm not talking about reaction channels, I'm talking about stalkers. They thought it was schizoaffective disorder, other people, yet it was all themselves. And it's not the alleged and or misdiagnosed, it's the real ones. And all their grandiose delusions and grandiose delusional stuff on social media such as Facebook and all elsewhere. I mean, that Norman Thompson that I don't want around, how many accounts does he have on YouTube? I've looked into it to try it, not because I'm internet trolling, because I wanted to investigate more. My mom and all animals, all pets, all fur baby safeties, well-being, and fitness. He has more than 5 accounts. His name is all over YouTube, more than 5 accounts. And whatever real accounts he has that he was using to internet troll not only me, but where I was, with and without one and more other persons. It wasn't me that did it, it was somebody else. All those other people. Yet my mom blamed me. I mean, his ISPs, his phone's records, and all postages and handlings, all of it, including all text messages, that's evidence. He should be exposed more, expelled more, banned more from public places and all residential, especially in Canada. All of them, you know. He's not a reaction channel, and if he ever tries to fake being one, he is not a reaction channel. He's a harassing, bullying, stalker, internet trolling stalker. Family, alleged other relatives, and one and more other persons and others. He's not a reaction channel. He'll never be like Alan Roberts, alleged on YouTube and or elsewhere. He'll never be Mark Lobliner and or all the other ones on YouTube and or elsewhere. He'll never be any of them. And all the female ones too. He'll never be. I don't like to have my stuff labeled as a reaction channel. Although I do some reactions sometimes. I'm going to do one later today. It's going to be book club related. But I'm going to censor it, although I don't believe in censorship, because one, I want monetization online, etc. I want monetized financially too. It's just, it's not. Well, it is. It's going to be a back, and I'm. It's going to be one of the best ever reactions I've done in a long time. You'll enjoy it, trust me. It's sort of, um, well, it is. It's well-being and fitness related. Hi, hello. Hello, Madame. How are you? Happy New Year to you, and may you be well and in good health. Thank you. I don't see your. Oh, there it is. Hello. It's hard to see your names and memes in your profiles so that I can thank you. But then, no offense intended, you probably are not him, are you? Norman Thompson on my social media today. I hope uh, that YouTube reports you accordingly. Because do I see your name? I will, and I will show and tell my mom all the more, and I hope she finds out, and I hope somebody else shows and tells her who you all are. She doesn't like being in the public. I heard it. So did others. You are very respectful and wonderful. You have all my respect and appreciation. Thank you. But somebody has been reaching out as Norman Thompson to her and not telling her the truth. She gets hurt all the time. And there's two other ones, Angela Maud and there's her, and there's somebody named Suzanne that I know of historically, and it's not because I was internet trolling them, they were internet trolling us and doing slander and defamation, put us out there the way they did. There's some other ones too, the UK, although as far as I know, they've tried to keep most all of it uh, well-being and fitness. Those ones and reaction channels, I don't mind. I personally don't mind, and I don't. She doesn't know, you know. And my putting on earpieces because of my headaches. I'm a migraine sufferer. I can't. So I can't watch this weekend. I can't watch a lot of stuff because I'm trying to have it, you know. And my cat didn't always like listening to too. But it's like TV to me. I don't watch a television with an earpiece in or earphones in. I don't. It's like a TV. I have it out there. When I press play, that to me is like watching television. I know it might be interactive and live, not the same as television. It's internet, Wi-Fi. I can't. I get headaches. I get migraines. It is really, really sad. Other people named, oh, and names Thompson and Bellis, Peyton, Hamilton, Edwards, Allen, Halliday, Beckett, and all the other ones, you know. I don't believe in censorship, although you're going to show and tell us publicly you do not That is, you do not do slander, you do not do defamation, and you don't show us at home. I don't want to do it to anybody else. I mean, once the front door is shut, closed, that's it. You know. Now, mind you, in the background, am I doing something like this, social media, and you're yelling and screaming or too loud? That's your fault, not mine. You're in the background. I'm at work doing hobbies. And did you monetize me before and you couldn't behave since? That's your fault, not mine. It's not her fault, too. She just doesn't understand. She put herself out there. Oh, and other people, too. Named all and names Sabo, Madden, and Taylor. Harassments, bullying, internet trolling, stalkers, slander, and defamations, and trespasses, and all the other things they did, opened and closed doors and windows. Same with pet sitting. You know, we did not expect any of that to got published publicly in all those places. Any one of them, you know, their places. It was a lifestyle where I could trust someone, you know. I could be trusted. Privacy. The world is so much different nowadays. And living in where we are, I mean, there's securities cameras on, the securities guards, the complex, the condominium corporations. Could, can, may, must, should, can, could, may, must, and need. They could have showed it, told it to the police, etc. Could have showed and told it to the news media. It could have been published. As long as it's the truth. And they don't show it and told that was my fault and my mom's fault and pet's faults, poor baby's fault, animals. All, you know, because it's not. It was other people. It was others. Instead, everything is public. She doesn't like it. Well, then why did she come here to Canada the way she did? I mean, she wants to be with those other people so much, yet they published her in the most horrendous, most awful ways. Not even well-being and fitness. They didn't do that. It's just ongoing harassments and bullying and internet trolling and stalking my parents and my parents' parents and my parents' parents' parents, all animals, all pets, all fur babies, and myself, and others. And they didn't even do YouTube community guidelines. They didn't do Facebook community standards. They did none of it. And yet they got away with it for how long? Alleged. I mean, it's not us that have that schizoaffective disorder. It's them, those other people. And not the alleged, questioned, misdiagnosed schizoaffective disorder. They have the real stuff. They're stalkers. Doors and elsewhere. All of it. Everywhere. Go Google all those names yourself. You'll see it all out there. And all their text messages and all their phones, records, and all their other stuff, and including all their emails, etc. Especially that Norman Tom. I mean, he had us. We were somewhere he wanted to know. I mean, I agreed to go elsewhere and sit in the same restaurant and have a coffee because she. But that's not my mom. Well, that's why she's taking medication nowadays. The mental health, my mom, when she's feeling better, she wants absolutely nothing to do with him. She doesn't even want to see and or hear him. She's been to the police several times. We had police report numbers, occurrence, and incidents. Not want anything to do with those other people. Personally, residentially, and all elsewhere. She was afraid of him. She was afraid of them. We wanted absolutely nothing to do with them. phone calls, phoning us, mailing to us, mail, text messages, faxes, internet, Wi-Fi's, emails, and all the other public stuff published. This here. She didn't want to meet him. She didn't want him at our front doors. She didn't want him to be anywhere. She didn't want all this third party contact stuff alleging it was us. Because he would do it, right? And he'd be thinking he's smart. He thought he could press the delete button and it would all go away. That's not smart. That's stupid. It's always out there, no matter how many delete buttons are pushed. Delete. It's all out there. And when they tried to get money with those third-party contacts, all that money should be put back in her and my parents and my parents' parents and my parents' parents' parents and all animals and all pets, all fur babies, and my bank accounts. And they could just go away. They should be in jail. They should move out and go to jail. All of them. (1984) and earlier. Since. Okay, I gotta help my mom. I gotta do her stuff. And when I finish doing that, I'll be back with my rant. My reaction rants. My reaction video. Have a nice day. Be kind to all, everyone, everywhere. Bye.